actually, she actually had a meeting tonight that came up with her, she does that, subbing.
Oh, yeah.
They needed her to, I'm trying to find a place for those of you that are live, that little light's like right over my shoulder.
No.
I wonder if we
What's
do.
your goal? That's really pretty.
Is that better? Oh, that's
I
dark.
don't know what other speakers, but I know.
I guess it's fine.
I'll be
Right?
close, so.
Fine? Are we fine? Are we good? All right, so I think we should get started. Oh, I can move my stuff.
Oh, and
Oh,
this girl.
okay.
So one of
Yeah,
them
let's
is
write it down.
just 'cause she's using the rest of her stuff right now. But the other one, I was like, she will read it.
Okay, so are you guys ready? Happy October.
Happy October.
Oh my gosh,
Woo-hoo.
can you believe it's October?
It's Halloween month.
I can't either. Halloween month, you're right.
Spectacular.
Spectacular, we're gonna have a spectacular, rockin' October. Oh, your bracelet is really pretty too. Is that a
Thank you.
snap bracelet?
It is.
That's so awesome.
I got it at the Nashville Flea Market.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Thanks.
I think Krista has some, I don't know if she's got stuff coming like that.
She showed me last week some necklaces and
Mhm.
stuff.
She ordered a few things. Okay,
It's trying to catch
I
up,
don't-
you know?
yeah. I don't really know why the school would be calling me, so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is your student missing for one or more of their classes?
Probably. He called quite regularly because he doesn't get to the class on time or something, or, who knows? It's a mystery to me. I'm like, look, you all know where he's at, so. It's a regular thing. So, okay, so I would love to know who's celebrating. What are we celebrating? It's October. It's ready for a rockin', outrageous, over the top, only in October month. Are you excited?
Wow, I know.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
did something happen?
I'm excited. Well, the company kicked off some fun promotions this month. It's double credit month, which is a big deal. So like,
Big.
if you're going for any of the annual prizes, let's see, they're over there on the bottom poster, those diamond rings, or like the diamond bee, or, that, all your retail counts double this month. So in order to earn the use of a ring, or earn the use, to earn,
To use.
Earn a ring.
To earn,
earn a
to
ring,
have.
thank you. A use of a car is different, that doesn't impact this. To earn one of the beautiful rings, you have to do 40,000 retail in the seminar year. Well, this month, you can get double credit up to 4,000 retail. So every dollar you order, you get an extra dollar.
Up to 4,000.
So a 2,000 wholesale order in the month of October this month would give you 8,000 retail. That's a nice little jump.
Right, 4,000. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and quota sharing counts twice too. I'm really
Wow.
surprised they're doing that. They did that in July. So we get a second chance. Like, I didn't really take advantage of that in July. Now we have a second chance. And that's up to 6. So for the Queen's Quota sharing, in order to earn your little diamond bumblebee, which is a big deal, you can get up to 6 of them doubled. So that would give you 12. You'd be halfway done with the court. Kind of a fun, big deal, right? And then for the unit, for our unit ranking and that, it counts double, like your stuff that you do counts double for the unit too, up to 40,000.
Wow.
So even if you're not, let's say you're not like, that's just great, Melinda, I'm not gonna go after that ring, right? But anything you do this month would count for our area, for our unit ranking. So, even if you just did like a minimum order, or, that would all help towards the total. So it's a cool thing.
She could earn a car just by doing half of everything, basically. Because it's doubled.
Yeah, and that doesn't count for car credit.
Oh.
It only counts for,
Darn it.
it's retail and Queen's Quota sharing.
All
Yeah,
right.
so it wouldn't impact your car because your car is wholesale, and becoming a director is wholesale. So, yeah, that'd be really cool, right?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't impact our cars, and it doesn't impact our, Star Consulting, cause all that kind of stuff is retail. Okay. So is that you, are you on?
I am on, and I boxed Jessie and told her that
I'm on,
we were on.
okay. All right, so what are we celebrating? Who's got good news? I'd love to hear.
I got 2 website orders yesterday, one yesterday, Wednesday, of my
Yeah.
actual customers.
Actual
so-
customers, I'm like, another more
Yeah.
guest
Nope.
services, that's awesome, well, that's great.
Yeah,
So they're loving that, taking advantage of that. Do they just then you deliver it, or are they doing easy
they're
ship?
both out of town,
Oh,
so
so they
one did easy ship and one I'll just mail.
mail it, yeah, nice,
Cool.
that's good. You know, the post office has new automated machines, have you been out in to use those yet? They change, you know, the self-serve machine, which I've always done, the new ones seem to be less expensive.
Really?
It measures it for you, but it took me 3 times to figure out how to have it measure it for me. You have to slide your package up into the corner, like I had it on this scale, and then the measurements are on like along the side and this way,
Mhm.
and I'm like, what, like I just had it lined up that way, you have to actually push it up into the corner.
I always think it's more expensive if you do your own versus going in. They seem to have more options when you go in.
Uh-huh, this has
This is
been,
better.
uh-huh.
Good.
Yeah, cause the packages I thought I have had, I thought would be over 5, you know, it'd be like the 6, whatever. They've both been the 351 or whatever.
Which post
Wow.
office?
I've gone both downtown and, 56th and Van Dorn, like,
Oh, cool.
it's not 56, but right over by you,
Yeah.
so,
Good.
kinda
Good to
great.
know.
Yeah, good to know, but I had an order, one of my customers did an easy ship today, which was kinda interesting, like, I sent you an order, you can mail it to me, I'm like, well, you already chose that. I just got it, it said easy ship, which is good, it was a nice size order, and she's in a new location, she's not working in the same location, so it probably was just easier, but made me think, I wonder how to have those minimums set too. You gotta be careful on your easy ship. Cause they can ship something that, you know, you wanna have your $25 limit for sure set on there. So, okay, so yay Wanda, who else is celebrating?
I got my star prize.
Got your surprise, woo-hoo, you wanna show it?
Oh, you got that.
It's so pretty.
Is that
It
what it
is.
is?
That's this.
The last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one.
And
My
I-
sister got a wreath
She,
Did
yeah,
that I ordered for her.
and she got it?
Mhm.
Nice, was she surprised?
She was happy. Well,
Yeah.
I was
You-
at her place when I got the thing that said I
Oh.
could pick it out, and so we picked it out together and shipped it directly to
Oh,
her.
cool.
How exciting.
Yeah.
That's fun, yeah.
I wonder if Krista got mine. Cause I had it sent to her.
I don't know, she didn't say.
Okay.
Did you get the ring? Where'd
No,
you
I
get the
got
wreath?
the gold purse.
Oh, the gold purse, yeah. She didn't say, but she didn't say if hers was in either, she got the
Okay.
gold purse too,
Yeah.
so. We didn't really talk about that, but she'll be
Okay.
there Thursday night,
Yeah, I will be too.
Yeah. so. Yeah, so very exciting. You're gonna be breaking that out and wearing it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the proper attire. And I don't care if I don't have the proper attire.
Let's say, yeah,
That's right.
I wear my diamonds with jeans all the time, so.
Why not?
Yeah, sometimes those big flashy rings, right? Okay, who else? How's exciting? New, red hot news? Doesn't have to be exciting, I guess it could just be red hot news, or could be just news, or,
Excited about hearing Gloria at advance. Yes.
it's a couple weeks away. Can't believe how fast this time is going, yeah. So, anything else? No?
I'm getting a car on Friday.
You getting a car on Friday?
Yay.
Yay, that's exciting, yeah? What kind are you gonna get?
A Fusion hybrid.
Oh, those are nice.
Nice. Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah, I see them all the time. It's a
Yeah.
Cute little car.
Cute,
Mhm.
yeah.
Very interesting to drive.
Hmm.
I watched the battery recharge itself as I'm stopping.
Yeah.
Oh, the Fusion, I was thinking of the Focus.
Yeah, so it's the electric car?
They're both.
Hybrid.
Oh,
They're
hybrid.
hybrids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's great for in-city because it's 43 miles to the gallon.
Mhm.
Wow,
And I don't go out of the city very often.
huh. How does that work? Like you plug it in sometimes or you
Mhm.
put gas in it?
You
Both.
put gas in it, but then like as you're like stopping, when you brake, it's taking all that energy from braking and recharging the battery.
Oh, so it's not a plug-in car.
I don't-
I
Well,
don't think so.
I don't think this one is.
Not the hybrids, I don't
Not
think.
the
they're
hybrids.
Is that what I drive, a hybrid?
no.
Yeah.
Is yours hybrid?
Well, it like shuts off at the
Yeah.
stoplights.
Yep.
Yeah, yours
Oh.
is.
I didn't know the Cruise were.
The
I've been
newer-
driving
she
that
has
for
one of the
over a
newer
year,
ones.
huh?
Okay,
You have one of the newer ones, yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. So like when I get to pull up to a light, it shuts off, like it,
Yeah.
like stops running,
And you can hardly hear it running when it is running.
and then it kind of.
They actually add ambient noise to it, otherwise people can't hear it
How
outside.
funny, I didn't know that's what that was called.
Cause
Yeah,
otherwise
it takes
people
a little
wouldn't
bit
It
hear
should
it.
say it on the back of your car even.
It takes a little bit to get used to, truthfully.
Yeah,
Like you don't think it's on.
Yeah,
Am I stalled at this stoplight?
well, in the summer, like, you know, when the air conditioning's on and it stops, like, the air conditioning's not running. So then
Oh.
then after you sit there, if you sit there too long, it'll kick itself back on to keep the cool, it's,
Yeah, the car is black, interior black, so we went with the tinting
nice.
and went as legally dark as possible.
Is it leather seats?
Cloth,
Fun. Do you have a dog?
he's not getting in this one.
Okay, that's good. I need leather seats.
Zeus.
A black cloth car seats does not go well with the dog.
Well,
Tell you.
these are, the one I have right now is black leather seats, and those aren't too fun in the summer.
No, right, but my dog, yeah, it's not fun. All right, so, are we celebrating anything else?
I don't know.
You know?
Brian refunded my money.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's not a normal, I mean,
I
that's
know,
not,
it's not normal.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, that's good.
It is good.
I think
was very
sometimes
happy.
if there's extenuating circumstances or,
Yeah,
so,
that was
that's-
really nice of them.
yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
can't
know
go
how
to
loudly we would
advance.
shout that though,
I'm not going to,
because,
just.
because, yeah, that would be, you know, I don't know, I suppose as it gets closer, yeah, Krista told me that when I talked to her today, she said that he did that, she wasn't sure that, but she'd gotten the email back that he credited it, yeah, so, great, it's awesome, yeah,
Is it
sometimes
going?
those happen.
Okay.
Then,
My
yeah.
son said they're coming that weekend, so there's nothing I can do about it.
Trying to postpone. No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the thing, we're all in business for ourselves, so you get to decide, it's your company, your business. I guarantee there'll be other functions, probably not anything else with Glory Mayfield Banks, but there was, I mean, you know, that's the thing of why we do this, that's one of the things I love about Mary Kay, is I get to decide what I attend and what I don't attend. And obviously, when you can attend, it is well worth your time. I mean, it's a smart decision to plug in, just like being here tonight, when you can be here, it's smart. It keeps you in the zone regardless of what you're gonna be doing with the business. I feel like those things can benefit you, even in your life, don't you think? Just even having some friends. So, I think, yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm in Mary Kay, like, I can drop everything when I need to and do what I have to do as a parent,
Exactly.
or as a daughter, or as a girlfriend, or as a, I don't know, what else could there be? What, wife? Right? Neighbor? Yeah, all those things, there's all those things, which is a great thing. So we will miss you, but completely understand. So, all right, so we already had talked about double credit, that this is a big month and whatever we can do. It's also the month that we're gonna start getting really revved up for the holidays. You know, the holidays are just 12 weeks away. I think, I heard 90 days to the end of the year. Did I hear that? Was today's 90 days to December 31st?
That's
So,
crazy.
that gives us a quarter, and you know, you can change your life in 90 days. You can change everything that you want in 90 days. Do you all know that? It really is, that is, you know, 90 days is a great segment of time to make a shift. Now, you can't change everything. I guess I should clarify that. Like, you got a whole list of things you wanna change about yourself. You're probably not gonna be able to do that in 90 days. But I guarantee if you pick one thing that you wanna change and map it out, put it on paper, get your plan, absolutely. And then you gotta go forward and know that at about day 10, maybe not even that far, you're gonna be like, really, what was I thinking? And by day 20, you might be thinking, what is happening? But if you just stick with it and you get over that hump, then you'll have a few little things, but it gets easier. And then you'll get closer to the end of those 90 days and you'll be like, and it'll feel like things are not coming together, but really, it's all coming together. You just keep on going. I was having that conversation with Kyla the other day. We were talking about like month end and stuff. It is inevitable, it's always gonna come down to the wire. So just know and celebrate if it happens earlier, great. But just know you're gonna work till, you're gonna, just like any race you're running, you can't like stop short, right? You gotta run through the tape.
Run through. Keep running.
So that's how we work. And then sometimes we get there and we gotta push it further out, but it's okay, we change the deadline. Definitely. All right, so let's celebrate a little bit. Did anybody make any dials this week? Stand up if you made some dials. I can't do music and record, so you'll just have to listen to me clap, right? So stand up if you had any dials this week. I want to applaud for you. Yay, yay, okay, 5. How many did you have?
I had between 5 and 10, and then with the communication.
All right,
coming
so
back.
you got some things going, all right?
Yes,
All right,
yes.
that is one of my new things that I'm holding myself accountable to for the month of October, is nothing less than 10 a day. So that's what I was doing when you got here, because I hadn't done that yet, and I thought, ooh, better do that now, otherwise I gotta try to find people I can do that with after 8:30, which is, it's a little bit more challenging for me, right? So, good job, all right, so stand up if you had any contacts this week, if you talked to anybody about Mary Kay. Okay, so did we have 5 that we talked to? Yay, all of you, good, how about 10? How many did you have?
7.
7,
I heard 5.
5, 5,
I had about 5.
about 5, okay. All right. So on that note, then you talked to some people, maybe you had some sales, so stand up if you sold any product this week. Did we sell any product this week? Woohoo! For those on the video, that would be Wanda and Teresa are standing up. Yay, all right, so, gonna sit right down. $100? 200? Did you hit 300?
No.
Okay, what'd you do?
It was around 200.
Okay, high sales this week, 200. So, okay, I think we should maybe, do you like it, just do any of you guys like any like friendly competition?
I like friendly competition.
Sure.
Really? It's okay if you don't, I really don't like it myself.
Probably not. But we'll see.
I was just gonna say, I think we should see who can sell the most next week.
What's next week?
Next week would be this, we'd be back here on the 9th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, any of us wanna have any like little friendly competition?
Sure.
High sales will get something from me. All right?
Okay.
So that means someone could win with $100 if nobody does anything. Right. Let's have it be like really fun, like let's come back and celebrate and say, I had 300, I had 350, I had 500. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
It could be you that had the 500.
That would be nice.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Amy,
Be
could
my
be you?
car payment.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna have a little friendly competition next week. And Jesse, if that's you on there watching, you can report in too. You can be a part of it, right? Just like when we do that next week, you can just type in and we'll watch for it. Great. Okay, so, and I've got 2 beautiful red jackets in the room here tonight. I think we should have you, I know, you're not like dressed like in your red jacket, but I think we should have you guys, right, come up And maybe, how about come up and give us one selling tip for the holidays? Could you do that? All right, who wants to start? Do you need a minute to think about that? Yes? No? Maybe?
Teresa's ready.
Go ahead.
Come on, Trace. Give her a round of applause.
Well, I like to use, I have a big family, so I like to use my family and give them Mary Kay, because I normally buy for my family, so this year I'm gonna buy a lot of pomegranate satin hands. Last year it was that set,
Beautiful.
you know, to the moon, paint the
Oh.
sky,
Oh,
all of
yeah.
those, yeah.
Did they like those?
Yeah, they
Which
did.
one did you give them?
I gave them all the different ones,
Oh, you gave them all three?
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
I've been using, I have one set left of the Sail to the Moon.
oh,
I
yeah,
do like that one.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this year is pomegranate satin hands.
Mhm.
Have you guys all done satin hands, the pomegranate satin hands? Have you tried it?
Not the
I have-
pomegranate.
It's in the bathroom back here, so before you leave tonight, that's your assignment. Go wash your hands and do it tonight. So, okay, so gift your family.
Gift to your
So
family,
if you're
that's what
gonna
I
gift your
do.
family, what would be a really smart thing to do in October?
That's, yeah, order it. 'Cause-
Figure it out, what you're
Right.
doing, get your plan,
Yeah.
what's your plan? And take
Yeah.
care of your gift list first.
Right, that's
Don't
what
put
I'm,
yours on hold, get your stuff, cause I guarantee pomegranate will sell
sell
out.
it, right. I've already got it,
Yeah.
figuring it out, and putting it in.
Pomegranate will sell. So give Teresa a round of applause. Thank you, thank you. That's awesome. The eyelash curlers probably, those are kind of a fun little stocking stuffer. With, you could do that with eye makeup remover. You could get a mini eye makeup remover and then do the Beauty That Counts mascara. Would be
Oh,
a
that would
great
be
little
good
stocking
too.
stuffer.
Yeah.
Okay, so, go ahead, Gwen. Were you gonna say something?
I am, but finish your thought.
Oh, yeah, I'm good, yeah.
So Jessie shared, after you gave our goal for selling the most next month,
Uh-huh.
she shared this little picture of the
Nice.
little gal jumping off the cliff into the water, and it says, if you aren't willing to do what scares the crap out of you, then where does the crap remain?
I love it, that's so true. Yay, thank you, Jessie.
Yay, Jessie!
All right, Teresa,
Well,
jump up there, give us your selling
on,
idea,
Teresa.
holiday
I've got
idea.
a couple things.
Okay,
I, with my massage business and that, I'm also trying to get some gift sets ready, and get in the holiday boutique
nice.
idea and start putting some little packages together so I can have something to show them and then have some things set out so that they can try it. So I am going to be using the holiday wish list. And then I also have another thing for Halloween, that for trick-or-treaters, I have, I think you're beautiful, redeem this card for a free pampering package.
Wonderful.
So I was gonna make sure, get my name and number on this, and also use that to put out in the little kids' bags, since we have a lot of kids that come through our neighborhood.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
that's,
That's also a great, tool to use to meet people while you're out and about
Yeah.
between now and the holidays. So, or between now and whatever day that is. Halloween, thank you.
Halloween.
The Halloween,
Uh-huh.
the holidays came out, and I meant Halloween. So between now and Halloween, have your purse, have some of those gift
I
things in
do
there.
have one more
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
The idea that Kyla had,
Here, Mom.
that she shared with us
Jesse's
by
right there.
taking a sample and then the sheet that Melinda sent to us. I went ahead and my Star Consultant Prize, I needed to go and get my ring size, or try to get an idea what my ring size would be. If you guys have the extra bags from the Satin Lips, and if you haven't used those to give to your customers,
Mhm.
put these in those with that flyer that Melinda sent and handed out that way. So I was able to do that with the gal at the jewelry store.
Wonderful. I bet it looks super cute in there too.
It did. It looked really nice.
Uh-huh. You can order those on MK Connections.
Yes, you can. And right now, I think they were running a special that you can get double the quantity
Oh,
for
really?
like $15.
Oh,
The only thing I didn't know is they said large bags, so I'm like, okay, they
Oh.
wasn't giving you the dimensions,
yeah.
so I didn't know if it was
Bet
the,
they're bigger.
but you could probably,
If you folded it, I suppose.
yeah.
I bet they're the bigger bag, cause they
So
have
that's-
some,
That was the only thing that I was kinda, questioning.
We'll have to check that out. Thank you, that's good. And then make sure you're following up on those samples.
yeah, because, the gal at the jewelry store, since my prize came in, I was going to thank her for helping me figure out the size and let her know how it came out, and then it's
Yeah.
my end to say, have you
Stop
tried
in
the
the store.
sample?
Great idea, that's a great idea. And then back to the holiday wish list, that's another great thing to be carrying with you right now. And when you're doing deliveries or on the go appointments or any of that, having your customers fill those out and tell you who they want to.
I did
Oh.
mail them out to 20 of my top customers.
Awesome,
That's a great idea
you're
too.
so smart, yeah, okay. Way to go, Wanda. All right, so this is Jessie's idea. Jessie's a red jacket also, and she said, here's my selling tip, have product on hand. I love it. Just had a $38 order from a text on the way home and she just picked it up. So, yeah, that's so cool when you have it, that they can just come in and give it to them right away. So, okay, thanks Jessie.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna just have powerful time, right? Powerful. So I was gonna talk about a little bit, I found these. I know I see you have yours printed out. Does anybody need these? It's not the most current one. It doesn't have the keys on it. But if you want it, I already have it printed out.
I'll take one.
The little tracking sheet.
I'm sure I have it somewhere at home, but I'll just take one getting started.
Then you get started.
Along with
You got
the
one?
ones that
You
I-
got one.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. All right, I saw them in there and thought, hey, thanks, a reminder for myself to, let's print these out and use them. Have you guys all set your goal for this month?
Just did.
You just did?
Mhm.
Okay, do you care to share with us what your goal is?
Well, I made it the same as last month,
Okay, well, great, that's good.
which was, the sales goals 2,000,
Okay,
so.
all right. So
I
you're,
don't know what I didn't add up everything from
Right.
last month yet.
well, it looks like you're pretty darn close to your 50 items. Good job.
Yeah,
That's kind of fun.
43.
Awesome. So, anybody else have their goal set? What they'd like to do this month? Not yet? Okay, that's your second assignment. First assignment is to do the Pomeranian satin hands before you leave me tonight. And the second assignment is before you lay your head on your pillow tonight, to set yourself a sales goal. Like, what would it be? What would you like to sell this month? What would make an impact? How are you doing towards your debt? Or whatever, you were gonna pay off, because we were talking about that we're coming up on the last 6 weeks of that, because we were gonna do that by Thanksgiving. So how are you doing?
Jesse's goal is a $600 order.
Great, $600 order, so she's gonna retail at least $1,000. Yes? Yes. Awesome. Okay. All right, so I just, when I was trying to think about some training, I was trying to think about, some inspiration, kind of all in the same, I pulled out this little book. Have you guys read this book, The Traveler's Gift? No? Miss Reader that you are, you will love this book.
Probably written it down a million times.
Maybe. Have you read it, Wanda?
No, it's on my list.
Okay, that would be a good one even to listen to, I bet.
I'm just kidding.
So The Traveler's Gift, have you read it? Huh, it goes way back. I read it in November of 2004.
I was gonna say, when I finally came back to the meetings, you mentioned that book last
So
fall.
it's one of those like fable, like it's a fiction, but it has great tips in it. The Traveler's Gift, you guys know the story behind it? Do you know
Who's the
anything about it? Andy Andrews? So, it's what makes the difference between failure and success. Here's the storyline. It's 46-year-old David Ponder feels like a total failure. Once a high-flying executive in a Fortune 500 company, he now works a part-time minimum wage job. His wife makes more money than he does by cleaning houses, and he drives an old car with a mismatched fender and a heater that no longer works. Then an even greater crisis hits. His daughter becomes ill, and he can't afford to get her the medical help she needs. When his car skids on an icy road, he wonders if he even cares to survive the crash. But an extraordinary experience awaits David Ponder. He finds himself traveling back in time, meeting leaders and heroes at crucial moments in their lives. From the European theater of World War II to an ancient Middle Eastern king's throne room, from a Civil War battlefield to a warehouse in heaven, David encounters some of the wisest people who ever lived. Abraham Lincoln, King Solomon, Anne Frank, Harry Truman, and others teach him unforgettable life lessons. By the time his amazing journey is over, he has received 7 secrets for success and a second chance to create a life worth living, no matter what opposition or obstacles he might face. It's a modern-day parable of one man's choice and the attitudes that make the difference between success and failure. It's really good. It's a quick read, like you'll probably read it in one sitting. I did not, but I bet you do. So I had been thinking a lot about it because actually, Stacy has talked a lot lately about I have a decided heart. And that's one of the success secrets in here, is to have that decided heart. So he goes on he goes back in time, and each time he goes to a different place. Well, the decided heart really is when he he landed with Columbus on one of the boats. And Columbus talked about his belief and that you could see it in his eyes. You can't look for land out here, you have to look in my eyes. So when we talk a lot about that in our company with belief, and that, you have to see it here first. You have to visualize it. You have to believe it before it's really going to come to pass. So if have your sights set on earning a Chevy Cruze, or becoming a sales director, or selling $1,000, you got to kind of have that belief. Actually, you don't necessarily have to have 100,000% belief that you can do it. You have to believe it's possible. I think that's the starting point when we talk about belief. And then that decided heart goes with it, and that you have a decided heart that you're going to go after it. And you can start to put that out there and start to see yourself in that position. So I think that's why when Mary Kay always taught us to visualize and set a goal and put it in pen so that it's a specific goal in a specific time. And then you start to see yourself as if. You start acting as if. How would you act if you earned a Mary Kay career car? How would you be driving around town? No road rage. Some of those things you want to be starting to do now so that you're preparing yourself for that. If you were a sales director, or when you are a sales director, how will you be acting? How will you carry yourself? How will you enter a room? How will you talk to people? And that, it doesn't have to be the way I do it, it's how will you do it? And you start to put yourself in that. That's what she meant when she said fake it till you make it. She didn't mean be phony. She meant put yourself in that position and act as if. And then you keep going. So you think about coming up on the end of the deadline. How would Mary Kay have handled this? Lots of times I think about that. What would Mary Kay say? Like if I get myself in a tough situation, or I have a challenging thing, it doesn't even have to be Mary Kay related. Sometimes I think about how would she handle this, because I know she handled people with grace and respect and felt like everybody wore a sign that said, make me feel important. And quite frankly, there are some people that you encounter that you think they do not have that sign on. Right? We all know there are sometimes you think, oh my gosh, but it is true. So always being a good finder and where we're gonna go forward from here. So I know that really is one of the key critical things in growing and building your business, is that decided heart. So I'm gonna read to you what he says in here. This happens to be the 4th decision for success. I have a decided heart. A wise man once said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Knowing this to be true, I am taking my first step today. For too long, my feet have been tentative, shuffling left and right, more backward than forward, as my heart gauged the direction of the wind. Criticism, condemnation, and complaint are creatures of the wind. They come and go on the wasted breath of lesser beings and have no power over me. The power to control direction belongs to me. Today I will begin to exercise that power. My course has been charted. My destiny is assured. I have a decided heart. I am passionate about my vision for the future. I will awaken every morning with an excitement about the new day and its opportunity for growth and change. My thoughts and actions will work in a forward motion, never sliding into the dark forest of doubt or the muddy quicksand of self-pity. I will freely give my vision for the future to others, and as they see the belief in my eyes, they will follow me. I will lay my head on my pillow at night, happily exhausted, knowing that I have done everything within my power to move the mountains in my path. As I sleep, the same dream that dominates my waking hours will be with me in the dark. Yes, I have a dream. It's a great dream, and I will never apologize for it. Neither will I ever let it go, for if I did, my life would be finished. My hopes, my passions, my vision for the future are my very existence. A person without a dream never had a dream come true. I have a decided heart. I will not wait. I know that purpose of analysis is to come to a conclusion. I have tested the angles, I have measured the probabilities, and now I have made a decision with my heart. I am not timid. I will move now and not look back. What I put off until tomorrow, I will put off until the next day as well. I do not procrastinate. Right, I do not procrastinate. All my problems become smaller when I confront them. If I touch a thistle with caution, it will prick me. But if I grasp it boldly, its spines crumble into dust. I will not wait. I am passionate about my vision for the future. My course has been charted. My destiny is assured. I have a decided heart. So if I were to ask you, what does it mean in your interpretation of having a decided heart? What does that look like for you? Anyone want to share?
To me, I think it means you have to be able to follow through, I guess. That's all I feel like.
Okay, to follow through. So in order to have that decided heart, then you feel like you have to be able to see the outcome?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can't see the outcome, does that prevent you from getting started?
Possibly.
Possibly. So how do you feel like you go about getting a decided heart?
I think just knowing that you'll be able to follow, just, to me, it's the knowing that you'll be able to follow through.
Mapping that out.
Yeah, right, assuring yourself that, assuring myself that I know that hell or high water, that
Right.
I'm going to be able to follow
Right.
through on whatever it is that.
Right, right. So do you think one comes before the other?
What do you mean?
Well, no,
I think they have to come,
consecutive,
Yes.
together, consecutively?
yes.
So you have to have that both? I guess I'm just thinking, like, just to listen to that, like, if I have to know that I'm gonna be able to follow through, then I can have a decided heart.
You don't, in my opinion, you don't have a decided heart if you don't think you can
Follow
follow
through.
through.
Okay.
'Cause
Anyone
then
else?
you're not totally
Right, if that's,
decided.
right, cause you're gonna do it regardless. It goes together.
Yeah.
I'm not saying,
Oh,
it,
no,
I'm just
yeah,
asking.
No, I'm just trying to think out loud
Uh-huh,
too.
yeah.
Personally, I think mine's all wishy-washy right now, just trying to
Mhm.
get back on a solid track.
Right,
Kind of, life's kind of thrown me off the rails, and so I'm just need the focus and the belief to get back on.
right. And I think that that is kind of what does happen, is life does throw us curveballs, boulders.
Yeah.
To be where you want to be.
Just everything
Oh.
right now.
Oh,
Causing yourself to even just look at it from all angles of what is it I really do want? What is it that where is it that I'm really going? Yes?
Yeah.
too many obstacles to get to the decided heart.
I don't know if they're obstacles, but just things that have thrown me off my path in life. And so I just need to focus my brain again and focus my heart again and hop back on the right trail and keep going.
With more than just Mary Kay or just?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
with everything,
Everything.
yeah.
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 Because really, from what I know about you, you do still have a decided heart to, like, as
Yeah.
far as where you would wanna see yourself in this, that vision is still there.
Yeah,
It's just now coming back around because, I mean, that's part of it.
my
I-
drive to get there, my drive to get to where I've decided to be is
Right.
kind of wishy-washy.
Mhm.
So I think you can still have a
Oh,
decided
yeah,
heart.
so you have a vision, so you
Right.
have,
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
So it's
I see what
just
you're
that
saying.
life is taking you down on a little detour.
Mhm.
And I think sometimes we have to decide when we're gonna get off the detour, but sometimes you have to go on the detour because the bridge is out.
Right.
Like, you can't go straight.
Right.
Cause that is,
no longer an option.
right, so you gotta take the detours. And then sometimes I think we're on that detour and we just gotta forge our own path. So almost like we gotta step outside and think, all right,
Wait, it's not just right and left.
yeah. Gonna, yeah, you know, I mean, I feel like my life has kind of been that, because, you know, with everything I deal with as far as in, you know, parenting and advocating for Nolan, there are lots of times that I get going off of this, and sometimes it's like, okay, maybe I just need some wings because I'm gonna have to fly there because I'm tired of this, all this other, you know, so.
I guess I think I probably have that decided heart, but I want that decision to be bigger, and that's where I'm
Right,
working to get
Mhm.
to the bigger
back to,
decisions.
so there,
The decision of,
Just of how big I wanna go in
oh,
different aspects of my life, including Mary Kay.
right.
Yeah.
Do you have
But the
thoughts?
longer I stay and the longer it grows,
Right,
the more it grows, I guess.
Well, yeah,
Thoughts?
I have thoughts.
any that you care to share, Therese?
Well, I get so perturbed at myself at how easily I let myself get off track. But, and not any I mean, I know what, you know, but I get lazy. And I'd rather sit and read a book. So,
So,
I have
not to be analyzing or anything, but do you feel like, what's the reward, or what's the pull, or what's for reading the book?
it's fun,
That brings you joy.
right,
And, yeah, so you enjoy that.
oh, a lot, yeah.
So then, I think,
But I enjoy this too, I enjoy this is fun right here.
right,
You know, having a filled out sheet is fun,
right,
and I feel better about myself when I do.
right. Okay,
So, I need to get off my tush.
so how do you think you do that? Get off your tush? Do you think
By-
it's possible to just say, I'm getting off my tush, I'm just gonna do it?
Yeah, that's
That
what I
works
just
for you?
did. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think maybe having that decided heart, or maybe it's a clear cut goal, like, okay, this is fun, this is
Mhm.
fun, that's fun, there's kind of reward, but having that, what's the impact on your Mary Kay? Like what you're going after, like Queen's Court of Sales, which I would think would be a natural next thing for you.
I'd also like to get into DIQ.
Yeah, I'm just going with an example. It could be DIQ. You know, I'm thinking like the Ring or DIQ, let's just go with that one, is really thinking about why is it that you wanna go into DIQ? Because sometimes I think to get to our decided heart and to get to that is we have to really know our purpose and why would we wanna do that? It's all great, like, yeah, when you go to company functions and you see people in their director suits and we talk about it and you think, well, that's great, I wanna do that too, and then you get home and think, well, I really don't need to do that right now. I'd like to read this book, or I need to clean my house, or
Right.
I need to, whatever. I mean, I can think of, I need a nap. I mean, there are times, like, last night, seriously, I was like, I need a nap. But I had a function last night that I was doing, and I was committing myself to my 10 contacts a day, so it was either do my 10 contacts or take a nap. And if I did I wouldn't get the other one done, so I would've been day one not doing what I said I was gonna do. So I'm like, well, that is not an option, no nap, right? But I had to get to the point where I had a decided heart, because last week I would've taken a nap after the day I had. I mean, not like an all-day nap, like a 15, 20 minute, just sit in the chair, close my eyes for a minute. Okay, so I should just clarify that. But, so you see what I'm saying? So then I think it's coming back to, what really is it for each one of us? Why would you wanna be a director? Stacy's asked us to do that a lot of times, to write down, make a list of 50 reasons why you'd wanna do that, why you'd wanna be a director, why you would want to, you wanna be a director too. What would you, like, if you could do anything in Mary Kay, what would it be?
I think I would just sell anything.
Sell
Just
some
do-
product,
right,
okay.
yeah.
All right, so, right, make a list,
Right.
I don't think you need to do 50, but 10, what would be good about that?
Right.
And that could look like, how would that benefit you? How would that make you feel? How would it make her feel, the person that you sold to? I mean, all of those kinds of things. So, okay, my battery is getting low. So we can do this for a little bit longer. Sorry, Jess. Okay, my phone wasn't fully charged, that's always my challenge. All right, so but does that help? I think that sometimes when we do those reasons and we think about what's the big picture, in Mary Kay, one of the biggest things that I really feel like is a huge blessing for us is it doesn't necessarily, it just impact us personally. It impacts that person that you're talking to, that person that you're selling a product to, that person that you're offering the opportunity to, and she signs up and she becomes a consultant. And even if she doesn't do anything with this, even if she just orders a starter kit and doesn't do anything, we are impacting their lives.
What's your ratio of women you feel are impacted by your Mary Kay as opposed to women who are just I don't know, buying like you were a store type thing? Do you understand my question?
Say that again. So
I often feel that I have lots of customers and I, talk to lots of people about Mary Kay, but I don't ever feel that they are impacted by Mary Kay. So I don't.
You may
What
not
is-
see the impact. but
Yeah,
they
do they
what would
buy
your
from-
definition of impact be?
I don't know.
Do they have they bought from you more than once?
Yeah.
Well, then you made an impact because
Your customer service,
Because they
it's
wouldn't-
you. They're buying you.
Right, Amy's right, they wouldn't come back
Yeah.
if you didn't make an impact.
Mhm.
If you didn't make an impact or the product didn't make an impact, it's double.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mary Kay Cosmetics, the company, our products, that makes a huge impact. But Amy's exactly right, that's kind of what I was going for, is we do make an impact. It's who we are, it's our friendliness, it's our genuineness, it's the fact that we're not twisting arms, we're not making people do things that they don't want to do.
And they know that they can always come back to the same person
Yes.
and that. And they know that we care about them and that we will do everything that we can to make them feel important.
But then let's take it even a step further. Let's take it into all the philanthropy and the things that Mary Kay does. Right now, our Beauty That Counts campaign, mascara, almost everybody, probably 9.5 out of 10 women wear mascara or something at some point, right? $1 of every mascara tube, Lash Lab, that is sold right now is going to the foundation. I keep waiting for the company to come out and say, we're gonna sell 1 million tubes. They haven't said that yet. So how many can we sell? Just like the Miracle Set, they did 1 million. So why don't we start some, yeah. That, I think as a sales force, we should sell at least 1 million tubes of that. wouldn't it be great if we did, but we can't do that all alone, we need everybody with us, but, those kinds of things. So in that regard, that is giving back to the community, all of the research and development grants that go back for cancer researches, all of the fact that Mary Kay's Pink Doing Green campaign with all the trees that they've planted, our work in, with the legislature and having being one of the first cosmetic companies to say no animal testing, the Habitat for Humanity things that Mary Kay's done. Just think of all the things that, all the 5Ks and the different things that we've done as far as runs that way. I mean, there's so many things that our company has done. And then you think about all the personal development skills that you can get from being in this business. I really do believe with all my heart, every woman should do this for a year. It might not be for her, but she will get something out of it if she's in it for a year, guaranteed. I think every woman should try it. It's not for every woman, but they'll only know if they say yes. Right now, $100 starter kit. They get the starter kit for $100, and they can unmask the potential of their opportunity with the charcoal mask. Everyone needs a charcoal mask, and the hydrating moisture-rich gel mask. They get that as a gift. Awesome. How much is that? 24 and 20?
It was like $440 for the product.
How much are those two products though? Charcoal mask is
22 and
24,
46.
so 46. So $46 gift. So I just think really right now, what I want to just encourage you is to just play show and tell yourself, okay, first of all, wash your hands with pomegranate thing. Then I want you to decide on what your goal is before you lay your head on the pillow tonight. And then I really want to encourage you to set yourself a goal on how many contacts you're going to make each day, or what are you going to do each day that you're going to hold yourself accountable to. And then, like that, Therese, then you can read a book. Once you've done it, then you get to read. That's your reward. Set that up on those things that you enjoy doing as your reward. Mary Kay is not a 24/7 business. It shouldn't feel like that. If you feel like you're working 24/7, that means you're thinking about it too much. Because you'd have different results if you were actually working it. You'd be tired. Right?
Right.
So really, we have to kind of set those boundaries in place. And I think that comes back to that decided heart. So, okay. So I think we're just gonna need to go out, have a very powerful week. Yes? Yes?
Yes.
We got Thursday night, Israeli night in Ashland, I almost said. In Ashland at the Riverview Community Church at 7 o'clock, casual clothes. And t-shirts if you got those, and I know you don't have those, so I need to throw out a promotion for word shirts. Yeah, okay. And Friday morning is the leadership meeting in Omaha. And next week, we will be back here. And then next Thursday, a week from Thursday, I have set the Glamour Clinic at the Cloverleaf Suites. So
Okay,
if you have people that you want to plug into that, that would be awesome.
that's the word.
That's at the Cloverleaf Suites, so
11th.
that'd be the
Is that
11th.
on your,
It's on the calendar.
okay.
And the 17th was the other date that I think got on the calendar, but that's the deadline for the winter preferred customer, which you won't, you don't want to miss that, October 17th.
No
So-
doubt.
If you have team members, you want to make sure that you're in contact with your team members and let them know to make sure that they get their people enrolled. You can enroll now, but it'll be the winter one and it'll come out in November. And that's always a really great one because it's right before Christmas. And so you'll have some sales from that, but it's also just a powerful, it's the winter one. So while they're, at home drinking their hot chocolate, they can, so that's a really big one. So don't miss that one. So, okay, all right. Here's to a very powerful week. I was gonna read the poem as a closing, I have it on my phone, but then I'm like, oh, I can't read it because it's on my phone. So I would, Mary Kay's I Have a Premonition. You know it? I have a premonition, it soars on silver wings.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna shut this off and then I'm gonna find it and read it. So, hey, great week, thanks for being on.